Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought it's all going to be gone soon? You haven't even spent anything yet, but you already feel broke. Like you're bracing yourself for impact, a bill, an emergency, an overdraft fee, something. You don't know what's coming, but you're convinced something bad is about to happen and money will leave. It's not paranoia, it's a pattern, one that runs deep, one that has a name, the disappearing money wound, aka the limiting belief that I don't trust money, money is always leaving me. This is part 6 of my 6-part series on the 6 core money wounds. And today we're talking about the final one, the disappearing money wound. And guys, I'm not making these wounds up. I've been studying financial trauma and money wounds for about a year now. Not formally, of course, but obsessively. Because once I became conscious of how much of a hold money had over me, how much emotional baggage I carried around it, I couldn't unsee it. It was too painful not to dig into the wound. I got so sick and tired of feeling like money had this invisible grip on my being. I knew I needed to break free. If you could see the size of your wound, you wouldn't ignore it. So in this video, we're going to explore what the disappearing money wound actually is, where it comes from, and how it blocks wealth emotionally, energetically, vibrationally, and spiritually. Because if money always feels temporary, like it can vanish at any moment, then no matter how much you earn, you'll never feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, you won't hold on to it, period. Let's unpack that. The disappearing money wound is rooted in the core belief money always leaves. No matter how much you have, it won't last. Something will happen. You lose it, spend it, mess it up, get scammed, or hit a financial emergency. This wound doesn't just whisper, it screams, brace yourself. It's the constant low-grade anxiety that gets triggered before anything bad even happens. It's the fear that your financial ground is made of sand. And for those with this wound, that fear doesn't feel irrational, it feels real, like a probable outcome. Your nervous system is in constant alert mode, because at some point in your life it was. This wound often traces back to a deeper emotional root, abandonment. Maybe money did disappear in your childhood, but sometimes it wasn't even money. It was people, stability, safety. Your parents divorced, a caregiver died, a job was lost. One minute things were fine, but the next minute everything changed. The rug was pulled out from under you. So your inner child made a vow, don't get comfortable, don't get attached, nothing lasts. Even if you didn't grow up poor, you might have grown up on edge, and your body remembers. Now, as an adult, your brain scans for financial danger 24/7. And it doesn't just scan, it collects. You latch onto every story. Celebrities going broke, friends getting scammed, banks freezing accounts, people losing their pensions. So your subconscious says, see, I knew it, money always goes. But here's the kicker. This belief creates behaviors that make money go. You might get a 3K bonus and immediately spend the whole thing in a panic thinking, let me use it before something bad happens. You might spend impulsively because deep down, it feels safer to push the money out than to wait for it to disappear on its own. Some people with this wound will go out and spend the exact amount of the bonus they just received every time, as if keeping it would somehow curse them. And maybe you grew up with a parent or guardian who taught you how to overdraft because money was never framed as something stable or trustworthy. It was something to escape with, not to hold. That's how this wound shows up behaviorally. But let's talk about what it does on an energetic, vibrational, and spiritual level. Energetically, this wound sends out a very specific frequency. I'm not safe with money. I don't trust money. I expect it to go. And because energy doesn't lie, the universe mirrors that belief right back. Vibrationally, you're sitting in a state of scarcity, not just enoughness, but instability. Even when you receive abundance, you vibrate in fear. Fear of loss, fear of punishment, fear of sudden change. So wealth avoids landing in your life permanently because the landing strip isn't clear. Spiritually, you're in a constant state of contraction. Money is flow. It needs openness, receptivity, trust. But when your spiritual body is bracing itself for trauma, it tightens. You might call in opportunities, but your soul flinches and pushes them away. This is why you can do all the manifesting, affirmations, and vision boards you want. But if deep down you still believe that wealth equals loss, your higher self will keep it at an arm's length to protect you. Even when you want to save, you'll find excuses not to. Your subconscious will whisper, why build if it's all just going to be destroyed? You'll daydream about wealth, but feel resistance the moment you try to act on it. You might even feel a strange guilt when money stays, like, am I allowed to have this? That's the trauma talking. You are allowed to have this. You are allowed to hold money without fear of it leaving. But that won't happen through budgeting apps or financial hacks. It starts by healing the wound. Because the disappearing money wound doesn't just mess with your account, it messes with your self-trust. It makes you anxious, shameful, guilty, impulsive, and constantly on edge. You may even feel embarrassed by your money patterns and like you were the problem. You're not. You were just never taught how to feel safe in stillness, to believe that good things can stay. If this is resonating, I want you to know you don't have to do this alone. I've made a free quiz to help you identify which of the 6 money wounds is actually blocking wealth from flowing into your life. It's completely free of charge and it's a great first step to clarity. I've linked it in the description below. Remember, you can rewrite your money story. You can become a safe space for wealth, and money doesn't have to disappear anymore. If this wound resonated, let me know in the comments and share this with someone who's tired of living in constant financial panic. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in a jiffy.